Quick update before we start. In relation to my how to get the special druid flowers for the Path of Terra video, thank you Sapphic Holdra for bringing this to my attention. I will be updating the comment section to be putting all of the known combinations. Sapphic Holdra pointed out that if you plant jute and flax next to each other, you get Lumpapetal. They also suggested that you might be able to get Druid Sorrow from jute and rubia. I'm currently testing out some of those theories now. I haven't seen it yet, but I will keep you all posted if a third Druid Sorrow combination pops up. Back to the actual video. Hey friends, it's UrsulasRevenge and happy Wednesday update day. Today's update marks the release of a feature we were able to test out during the summer event, and that's lunging. So the new feature that premiered at Camp Western is officially and permanently in the game. To get started, you'll meet Maeve outside of the round pen in front of Steve's farm. If you haven't done it before, there will be an introduction quest, so you won't be missing anything. And it looks like we'll be able to do it as many times as we want. I'm sure Maeve has a lot to say, so let's go find her and check it out. Also worth noting, I turned back on the horse gait indicator. I had some horses feel like they weren't doing the full fast gallop, so I just wanted to be sure. But I also think it might actually help with this activity. Me and Maeve are matching. We both have the same glasses and hair. Hey Arya, are you interested in trying out lunging? It's a great way to train and bond with Supernova. Sometimes I do this before lessons to give my horse a chance to warm up and let go of some extra energy. It can also be an alternative to riding when it comes to exercising a horse. In fact, lunging is often used for young horses to learn cues and build muscles before being ridden for the first time. Horses don't miraculously walk in circles around us, no. We have to give them the correct cues so they understand what to do. If we want them to increase in gait, we have to prompt them to do so. If we want them to take a bigger circle around us, we lengthen the lunging line a bit to ask the horse to move out with our body language and voices. Do you want to give it a try and see how it goes? Sure. Okay, so the introduction quest is going to give us 300 horse experience and 25 shillings. Introduction, the controls. You can give the horse cues by clicking on these buttons. It's worth noting here that on the computer version of the game, you're going to be using a keyboard, but on the app versions of the game, there will be distinct buttons that tell you what to do, according to the news. I know the controls were really confusing when lunging originally came out, so let's break it down real quick. Imagine you're standing at the point between the Z and the X button on your keyboard, and you're commanding your horse in the directions either left, right, towards you as S or away from you with W. It helps to think of your arrow keys not as your typical directions where W is forward and S is back or slow down, but think of them as directionally, like in the space that we're in. So right now we're looking at our horse. In order for our horse to move to the right, we need to press to the right, which is D. If we want our horse to slow down or go backwards to the left, we have to press A, which is the left button. To push them away from us, we're going to press W to move them away from us in the direction that W is pointing. And to bring them closer, you're going to hit S, which is the one that's closest to us, to bring them forward. I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Let's start by prompting your horse to transition into walk. Okay, so that is D. Well done, your horse is listening to you beautifully. Now take a little bit bigger circle by letting out more line. So that would be W to push them away. And your goal is to hit the circle marks doing the actions that she's asking and in the correct lane. Beautiful. All right, prompt the horse to go into trot. So we have to reach trot before we reach the next circle, which we are in. Let out even more lines so Supernova can take wider circles. So that is W to push Supernova away from me. And we're in trot by the time we reach the next circle. This is going well. Oh, did you see that? It's common that horses tend to switch gaits or change their route a little bit. This is a reminder that when lunging, you always have to stay focused to ensure that you have enough cues so the horse knows what to do. Otherwise, they might just simply come to a halt. Now, why don't you prompt the horse to go back into trot? Okay, so speed up a little bit. So occasionally the horse is going to change gait or change lane when you least expect it to. You and Supernova work beautifully together. Now why don't we tighten the circle a little bit and let your horse go for a walk. Oops. And slow it down. Nope, back down. Nope, nope. Supernova is doing whatever they want right now. Okay, let's try that again. Go back out. Okay, good. Now we're in walk. Okay. You're natural. Let's wrap this up for now, but don't forget to give Supernova a treat for a job well done. Pats for Supernova. That went well, didn't it? When you want to lunge your horse, just come to me. Successful lunging sessions can improve your horse's fitness and the bond between the two of you. You are even welcome to lunge your horse when I'm not here. You can find the necessary equipment on the board behind me. Ooh. What is this? Oh, okay. So I think if you hit the equipment behind her, you can just do lunging without gaining experience. You can just do it for fun. Oh, because they're not prompting you with anything. You can do your own routine. That's actually really cool. And that's great for like a roleplay perspective, especially if you don't want to like, you know, do the commands. But this is also great for like cinematography. The only thing I wish I could do is enter photo mode in this mode. Personally, I would love this to be my thumbnail. And maybe it will be. I'll probably just take a screenshot. Okay, too fast, Supernova. Unfortunately, I don't know how to leave this mode. Because when I press here, it says you want to quit the game. Okay, good. I thought that it was just going to log me out. That messaging could use some help. I suggest leave the activity instead of leave the game. And level up. Alright, level 4. Good job, Supernova. Alright. So Maeve has a purple exclamation point, which tells me that we can do this multiple times a day. Let's see if we can still get experience as many times a day as we want. Okay, I got a score of 13. I don't know if that means I get the full 50 experience or if I get some other amount. I got the full 50, okay. Supposedly, the better you do, the more experience you get, or it's relative to your performance. But it looks like, if I wanted to talk to Maeve again, I would still get horse experience and shillings. So yes, this is truly a do this as many times as you want activity. In other exciting news, the Bazaar is back! If you don't know, the Bazaar comes to Jorvik every once in a while, and it offers a couple of things on discounts, including horses. And this time around, we actually have a really exciting mix of horses. First, we have the Morgan, which will be available for 595 star coins. The Lipizzaner, which is available for 665 star coins. The Jorvik Frisian, which is available for 570 star coins. And the Belgian Warmblood, which is available for 595 star coins. All standard colors of these horses are available in the horse sale. The magic horse varieties and the open house coats aren't available, but all of the normal ones are. I think I mentioned this either in maybe last week's video. Maybe it was the week before, I don't actually remember. But I had mentioned that I wanted a Lipizzaner and I really wanted another Frisian, and I'm getting them. I know I have this Frisian, but it's not listing it as already owned. I know I have the one with little socks. That's weird. If you are hoping to get any of these horses anytime soon, this is the absolute best time to do it because you gotta save your star coins while you can. And if you're the type of person like me who trains all their horses max, I kinda need more training partners, so this is a perfect thing for me. Also at the Bazaar are some clothing and tack items that are discounted. The items available for sale at this Bazaar are items that used to be at the Equestrian Festival. So we have like the Bobcat set, we have the Bulldog set, we have a lot of like English bridles. We've got the yellow sparkle sweater, which apparently I don't have. I wonder if the other sparkle sweaters are available. We have actually some really cool like medallion bridles and horned bridles. And I think they're discounted. I think those are normally like 9,900 shillings. We also have some older style boots. These items are actually, I don't know if these were Equestrian Festival or if those were the old Western hats. I don't actually know. These did go on sale at a Bazaar, I want to say maybe about a year ago. Yeah, we have some, oh yeah, and you know what? These were at the Bazaar last year too, this Druid set. But I think all of the Druid sets. Now this one, it looks like it's just the orange and the black today. Okay, and some, you know, interesting Jorvik City Mall leggings. Ooh, my favorite boots are available. I might have to get some of these. And I'm definitely going to need to get some of these horned and medallion bridles because they're my absolute favorite. And I put them on all of my horses that can possibly wear them. Yeah, see, horned bridles are normally 9,000 star coins, so you can get a couple of them for 7,000 this week. They haven't stated if some of the items that are on sale in the shops will stay discounted. What they did say is that the items that were from previous Equestrian festivals that are available at the Bazaar now will go to Global Shop after the Bazaar is over. Now, if you think about it, the Bobcats and the Bulldogs clothing and tack set were last year and the year before's summer token or spring token items. So I'm curious what items we're getting this year. Also for sale at the Bazaar are some old pets. So we do have the return of the pigs again, which I could have sworn in the last Bazaar update they said that the pigs were being retired after that last Bazaar. So I bought 2 pigs then because of the whole like scarcity thing, saying like, hey, they're going away forever. But apparently they're not away forever. They did say it this time that these pets would go away forever. But again, if they didn't go away forever last time, I don't know if I'm inclined to believe them this time. In addition to the pigs, we also have some of the seal pets. I didn't realize there were so many colors of seal. So yeah, if you've been waiting for the seal pups to come back, well, now's your chance. I'll let you decide if you believe Star Stable saying that this is the last time they'll be sold. I don't want to tell you they won't be and then have them be sold never again. I'm just skeptical with the pigs. And finally, the last thing in the news today is that they've made smaller updates. To make sure I don't give any false information, I'm just going to read this section from the news. We've made some back-end updates to the game's inventory system. You won't be able to see this change, but it's part of our project to update the inventory system this year. Let us know if you see any bugs that pop out from this update. In addition, the starter horse, your beloved horse that you receive when you start the game for the very first time, will now start at level 2. This gives new players a tiny head start so they can have the very best introduction in Jorvik. They've also uploaded tips on the loading screen. I didn't actually get to check my loading screen tip today, but I did see possibly a lore drop about Garnock. I don't know if it was a new tip or old tip. I just saw Garnock and then it went away, and I'm glad I was recording so I can at least pause when I go to edit. One key takeaway for this last bit here is that we are getting an inventory upgrade. I know that they had mentioned that this is something they've been looking to do for a while in some of the blog posts. So it's exciting that we might get a whole inventory update by the end of this year. I'll keep my eyes open for some more information on that. I'm sure we'll see some more info in a future blog post. And finally, the starter horse starting at level 2. I can feel that people are going to complain about this, but it really isn't hard to go from level 1 to level 2. Literally, if you just take care of your horse. With the introduction quest, I think it makes sense to start at level 2 because you have to go through an entire journey before you actually learn how to take care of your horse now. So normally, before the whole new quest introduction, it was easy to go from level 1 to level 2 when you're just talking to Justin. But now that we have this whole intro quest, it's nice to be able to fast gallop at the start. Especially since the first thing you're introduced to technically is racing. So I think getting to fast gallop a little bit early is totally fine. Plus, if you think about it, most of us, when we started the game, especially if you started before the horse progression update last year, you already had fast gallop available to you from the start. So I think it makes sense. And the last thing to talk about are things coming in the future. So next week, there is more lunging coming to more places in Jorvik, and we already know that that is going to be Starshine Ranch and Baroness's Racetrack, thanks to the next step in Jorvik. If you've been keeping up with the whole saga with the Star Stable codes, I believe we are on code 3 or 4. We are speculated to get another code today. If I happen to catch it before this video goes up, I will put it in this video, put it right here. And if not, make sure to go find me on Tumblr. The link is in the description. It's aryamistwood.tumblr.com. Even if you're not on Tumblr, I think you should be able to see my recent posts. Most of the codes have granted us star coins. One granted us the glasses that you saw last week. And the last code that we're not sure if it counts was for 7 days of free Star Rider. I'm putting all the codes here. I don't know if they're still active because they originally said that they only last for 24 hours, though I've heard people say that they last longer than 24 hours, so I'm really not sure anymore. In the original post, I also think they said it was 7 codes, but it's now 9 codes. So I'll keep you all posted on any other codes that I find. And as I'm checking their stories post, apparently for the Android app, in order for it to be compatible with the Play Store, they had to temporarily turn off the chat function, and they're working on resolving that as soon as possible. So if you play on Android and you're not sure why chat's not working, there you go. Well, that's going to be it for this week's update. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I do try to post update videos every Wednesday update. I'm also working on a new Minecraft series if you're interested in that, and I will see you all in next week's video. Bye!